Hello guys, Dwago here with the new video. This is the video number 9 of the qualitative research, and as you guys know that I make the slides from a book named Qualitative Research from Start to Finish, that is written by Robert K. Jin, and I discuss the various topics or the different topics in each video, and I am doing it chapter wise. This is running the chapter number 2, and probably it is the last video of the chapter number 2. In the next video, we will have a look at the basic highlights of the chapter number 2, and we will discuss the review of the chapter number 2, and we will start the chapter number 3. But here in this video, it is the last topic of the chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 is maintaining and equipping yourself to do the qualitative research. Equipping yourself to do the qualitative research, there is omission of the word maintaining. So our today's topic is some more methods to maintain the ethics and the role of the IRB. Now, IRB is the most important thing in any kind of research because it is the Institutional Review Board. So the first topic we will discuss: protecting the human subjects, obtaining the approval from an Institutional Review Board, that is IRB. Number 2 is submitting the study protocol for review and approval to the IRB. Number 3 is specific considerations in protecting the human subjects proposed by IRB, and then preparing for IRB review, and the next is the informed consent dialogue. So we shall discuss all these points in our today's video and in our next slides of this video. So moving to the next slide. So here is the slide of protecting the human subjects, obtaining approval from an institutional review board or from IRB. So institutional review boards has some names. It is famous with some other names like Independent Ethics Committee, Ethical Review Board, and the Research Ethics Board. So this board actually gives permission to run the qualitative or the non-qualitative research, biomedical or the human research involving the humans, and animal research, including all the necessary measurements to eradicate all sorts of risk factors, taking care of all sorts of safety factors for the participants and for the researchers himself. Every organization has its own institutional review board. Even the private researchers have to maintain the safety ethics they apply to their researches. So this is all about protecting the human subjects and getting the approval from the institutional review board for protecting the human subjects and applying this ethic to your study, to your qualitative study, or to your non-qualitative study. So moving to the next slide. Well, so this slide is covering the topic of submitting the study protocol for the review and for the approval. So the IRB or the Institutional Review Board contains the 5 or more members who work in the shifts and accept the draft by the students and do the recommended changes in the synopsis or proposal or study protocol of the students according to the research template ethics for the multiple times. So these IRBs of the various organizations have different set of ethics, and they accept the study protocol for review either by hand submission or by online submission, and their basic purpose is to review and approve the research outline, plan, and ethics. So the IRB contains 5 or more members. They work in shifts. They accept the study protocol of the students. They accept it in the form of various drafts by the time being, and they do some kind of small or big changes every time in their drafts, and then after 6 or 8 or 10 drafts, they omit all types of errors from your study protocol or from your synopsis and proposal, and they recommend a perfect draft or study protocol for you, and they approve all the ethics which are to be applied in that study which you are going to run, and this is how the review and the approval of your study protocol is done by the IRB. So moving to the next slide. Well, all the researchers must know that the specific considerations in protecting the human subjects are parts of every ethical application of every research, every qualitative or non-qualitative research, and this slide is about the specific considerations. So it reads, in any of the research, the 4 basic human protection considerations are included as primary ethics, and the level of the difficulty to apply these ethics gets more complex with their applying order. So number 1 is obtain a signature of the participants on the informed consent. This is difficult. This is easy sometimes. Number 2 is take the responsibility of the safety of the participants and ensure they are not harmed in any of their humanly rights. You should not violate any human right or of the participants, and you should make sure that your participants are not harmed and they are safe. So number 3 is selecting the participants with an equating sampling technique, which may give all the groups of the sample an equal opportunity to participate in the research. So your sample technique should be an equating sampling technique, that it may give all the groups of the sample an equal opportunity to participate in the research. Number 4 is assuring the participants to keep their identity confidential in all the research data, like audio, video tapes, computer records, and interview records, etc. So moving to the next slide. Well, every student and every researcher must know that how to prepare for the IRB review. So this slide is about preparing for IRB review, and it reads, preparing your study proposal for the review process by the IRB, you should follow the 3 principles. Number 1 is review the researchers of any of the IRB members and prepare your own draft from the already established norms in those researches, and correct your mistakes by already approved researches of your seniors by IRB. So firstly, you take some research of the member of the IRB, or the professor who is the member of the IRB. So take his research and take a look at the established norms of that research, and put those norms in your research, and also take a look at the approved researches by your seniors from the IRB, that the IRB approved some researches of your seniors, so you may take those researches and you may correct the mistakes of your own research or your own study proposal, and then you may submit or prepare to submit your study proposal to IRB review. Number two is review the supportive material for your own literature review by considering already published papers about your study, and choose already established parameters for your study. That already established studies or already published studies, in those studies you should take their norms and you should put them into your own study, and your study will be accordingly running on the established parameters which were established and published in the previous studies. So number three is that your research protocol or the synopsis should be modest enough to include the previous knowledge and to propose the innovation approach to find and check the new aspects of the chosen topic. That you should choose a topic from the previous researches, you should take a literature review from the previous researches, and you should know that what is the knowledge gap and what should you be finding in your topic, and which kind of innovation your topic or your study proposal may produce, and what kind of new findings your proposal or your study will give to the qualitative research or to the quantitative research. So this is how you prepare your study draft for the IRB review. So moving to the next slide. So this is the last slide of the today's topic. Today's topic was about maintaining the ethics or methods of maintaining the ethics and the IRB review. So in IRB review, the informed consent dialogue is really important, and this slide contains the phases of the informed consent dialogue. So it reads that the informed consent dialogue insertion in the research has three phases. Firstly, answer the primary questions of the participants about the research, that is, purpose, significance, applicable rules, participation criteria, and methods of data collecting in your research or in your qualitative research. About the data collecting methods, it can be said that if the data collecting methods are applicable, then you should talk about the data collecting methods to your sample or to your sample population, and if you want to hide them, you may just write them in your study plan. Secondly, answer all the questions in the friendly manner and not in a formal way or in a defensive tone. So don't use the formal language and use a friendly language to answer all the questions about the research which are asked from you by the participants of the study. Thirdly, provide the primary answer of the purpose of the study, or at the most concrete level, as you say that I am writing some book and for that I am doing this research. So this is your answer to your participants at the most concrete level, and this is the primary method of establishing your identity to the participants, such as a book writer. And it was used by earlier researchers, and participants used to believe this sort of identity of the researcher. Well guys, this is the most important slide of my today's video. This contains my photo, my official photo that will not change in any of my videos and will remain permanent, and that is on the top left side. And then on the bottom right side there is a photo named or reads download, save and subscribe. There's an arrow which is pointing towards the subscription, so all the YouTubers know that subscription is the most important thing for any channel. So if you guys are watching my video till the end, then please when you reach this slide, please on the right bottom of the video which you are watching on the YouTube, there will appear the subscribe button in the red color. So all you have to do is just to click that subscribe with your finger or with your mouse or whatever the thing you are using as an input device to your computer or to your laptop or to your phone. And please subscribe my channel and watch my videos, all my videos till the end. This is my request to all of my viewers. So thanks guys, and don't forget that I am Duago and I pray for all, and Duago means to pray for all, and I request you to please pray for all and be a Duago and subscribe my channel. That is most important thing. So thanks guys, and please stay tuned and wait for my next videos to be uploaded, and those will also be really informative. Thanks guys, and bye guys, and stay blessed and stay happy and stay and be a Duago.